Yes, Harry.
How you doing,
Hey there, mate. Thanks for coming down.
It's alright, thanks for inviting me.
106 turbo?
Yep.
A little bit of a beast we got here, right?
Yeah, it's a good bit of fun. Mainly used for track use, but it's also road legal.
Yeah.
I bought it as a turboed car, which made it a bit cheaper, but in the long run, not as cheap.
So for people that are unaware, this isn't obviously turbo from factory.
This isn't turbo from factory. They're just a 1.6 16 valve usually.
Yeah.
About 120 brake horsepower, I think, usually.
Yeah.
So in building it, fully forged the engine, JP4 engine, fully forged.
Okay.
It's got a TD04 hybrid turbo. The TD04 turbos are off a Subaru, I think, originally. Uprated injectors. It's got a uprated gearbox because the gearbox are not too good when you're putting them at sort of the power it's got.
Yeah.
I think most people go for a BE conversion, but I looked about, first of all, when I first built it, and spent a fair bit of money on the Quaife gear set, which is straight cut gears, which you'll hear when you're in it. It's also got obviously the intercooler on it, it's got oil cooler on it, it's got a boost controller on it, gearbox, and the fuel pump is in the back. It's got a swirl pot in the back of it, because on track you get a lot of surging around corners and that, so you could, I never used to be able to run it below half a tank.
Right.
Put some full swirl pot set up with Goodrich hoses in that, which was supplied by Campbell Automotive Development, along with Luke harnesses in it. It's got the bucket seats inside it. It's got fully stripped out. When I first bought it, it still had a bit of carpet left in it, so I fully stripped it out, resprayed the whole inside of it to make it look a bit prettier. Run all the cabling through it a bit nicer. Got uprated front brakes, so it's got brakes off of, I think it's a 306 diesel, or 305 diesel. Yeah. It's got DS 2500 brake pads in it, uprated brake fluid, uprated brake lines. That's also supplied by Campbell Automotive Development.
What's the weight of this car?
I think, judging by other people that have built them and stripped them out, about 800 kilograms,
wow,
roughly about 800
kilos.
to 900.
You haven't even mentioned the power.
So it's got 3 maps on it. The basic map off of on standard spring pressure on the wastegate is 294, I think. Second map is 310, and the third map is 340 brake horsepower.
You see, this guy's 106, man. Blowers. So tyres and wheels.
So it's got. I don't know what the wheels are called, but I know they're quite popular. It came on the car, unfortunately, so I never bought them, so I'm not actually sure the name of them. But it's got Toyo R888R tyres on it, which are like a semi-slick tyre, which a lot of people run. The dipstick on it used to melt when they were plastic dipsticks, so I had my dad fully machine a metal dipstick up. The turbo used to melt the radiator inside. It's got so many covers around the turbo now. It's got a cover around the alternator to stop that from overheating, which you get a lot on these cars. Obviously the oil cooler, which helps keep the temperature of that down. The radiator is also not a standard radiator. That is off a diesel Peugeot as well. I can't remember exactly what one, but it's obviously a bigger capacity of radiator with a separate tank, because I think the radiator usually holds the water within them on a 106, whereas it's got a separate header tank for the water. It's got a sat shift gear stick in it, which if anyone's driven a 106 before, you can never find the gears usually, so that helps massively as well.
Fully stripped roll cage, has it got in there? Or
yeah, it's got a full roll cage in it, so it's got a safety devices bolt-in roll cage that's with all the welding mounts inside it. It's also got a red top battery in the back of it, which is like a lightweight battery. That sits right in the back of it. It's fast, and you can tell people how fast it is, but unless they've sat in it, you don't really know. You can't realise how fast it is, because people think it's fast, and then you get in it or you go past them and they think, okay, yeah, it's fast.
What's it like spinning first, second? In
the dry on track, once you get a bit of heat in the tyres, doesn't spin at all. No spin at all. It's also got Quaife LSD in it, so it's got a limited diff in the front of it, definitely. On the roads, if I wanted to, you could spin it up through first and second quite easily.
Yeah.
But it still grips quite well.
So you got to modulate the throttle a lot, yeah?
Not as much as you have to with a standard gearbox in them. So a lot of people run a VTR gearbox and that.
Yeah.
With the Quaife gearbox, it's actually longer ratios.
Yeah.
So first gear is a lot like second, so it's quite hard to pull away in first gear.
Okay.
So that first gear actually you need it 70 mile an hour in first gear.
Yeah.
So it's a lot longer ratio, which helps the spinning.
Okay.
Whereas you'd find in most.
So you actually travel forward with spinning, like almost.
Yeah, you're getting a lot further with it. Whereas when I had the standard box in it, first gear was pointless. It just spun up, and until you put it in second, it wouldn't go nowhere.
It's like my M4, to be honest.
I had issues with the exhaust originally. So originally the exhaust used to come off the manifold and I had like a screamer pipe, if you've ever heard one of them.
Yeah.
So the screamer pipe used to hit the floor, and I had issues at Brands Hatch with it going over the decibel reading on drive-by. And also it sounded very yobbo, it was very loud.
Yeah.
So when I hybrided the turbo, I recirculated the exhaust, so now you don't hear as much exhaust noise from the front, you hear it all from the back. Also, as you can tell, when I first bought it, the guy had the exhaust coming out the side.
Okay, yeah.
So you used to drive it along the road and it used to spit flames out the side.
Right.
But now it just spits them out the back as much.
I've got a feeling this is going to be an animal, isn't it? I think from what because it's the lighter cars, isn't it? You get the more sense of speed, right?
You do get sense of speed, especially as it's fully stripped out. I don't know if that Exige went in was as stripped out as that. You hear everything inside it.
Yeah.
Feels,
hopefully you guys are going to hear us today as well. Should we jump out then, take it for a spin?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Worries.
Hoping that you guys can hear us. It's about to get dark. What kind of money have you put in? I know it's a bit of an awkward question, but you'll just ask it anyway.
I also don't know if I want to mention it too much because my wife might watch this.
Just lie, man, just lie.
I hesitate a guess to about 15,000, between 15 and a bit more maybe.
Everybody seems to say that.
Yeah.
They mention their missus and then they say about 15. How old are you, Harry?
28.
Oh, 28, yeah? Is there any more for this car?
Probably be looking to put it on the sale if I'm honest. Just moved house again. Got a little 1-year-old girl now. Yeah. Just life changed a bit. Never going to have a chance to go on the track days. I've got other priorities now.
What do you stay with on track? I know you mentioned you like.
So the best comparison if people have been on track days. So like you get caterers on all track days. Yeah. Every track that you go on. So a beaten R300, which is like a 300 brake horsepower per tonne. And it'll stick with an R400 depending on who's driving it. Yeah. Just a bit started than R500 on a track day. That's efficient, isn't it? No messing with the gear shifts. You can tell I haven't really warmed up the tyres. We just throw it back because all we wanted to do in first gear was spin up. That's it. Wow. Fucking hell. Sounds like a bloody rally car, doesn't it? Yeah, the gearbox is great sounding. Down, isn't it? Yeah, it does. Lovely. As well. You've been a lot of cars, so I don't know how fast it feels compared to a lot of cars. That feels quick. We're going right here. You know what it feels? It feels efficient. Like a lot of cars, you can feel the power, but they're not. It has not much for a turbo car. It doesn't have a lot of turbo lag, whereas most of them do. You know what it is? Actually, I feel safe in it as well. Yeah. It don't feel like, you know, it's obviously a pretty old car, isn't it? Yeah. But it feels well put together. I mean, the that confidence. The seats help it down quite low. And See, there's a little tiny bit of fight. Yeah, so with the limited diff in it, both wheels are obviously pulling. Yeah. So any camber in the road, you'll just pull. You don't get it on track at all, obviously it's very flat. Like a lot of these road cars I get into, you can feel like you're kind of on the limit on the road. With this, you know it's got way more, man. When you mod the car in a game, it's like, as soon as you upgrade every part of the car, the speed, it feels slower from inside the cabin, if you know what I mean. This feels fast as well, don't get me wrong. But I bet if you hadn't had suspension, braking, and all those other things on, I bet this would feel way crazier. It was before the cage was in it, before these seats were in it, when it very very first bought it, to be fair, it used to feel faster when it had the screamer pipe under the bonnet.
Yeah,
You heard so much noise from the bonnet, it just sounded like it was going silly fast. It was actually slower. It only had about 290 brake originally.
Yeah, it's like the S3 I was in the other day, had a scream pipe on it, and it does just add to the experience. Wow, that wheel feels nice.
Yeah, there we go, if you want. Just hold on to the steering wheel.
It's like a WRC car, man. I'm just stretched out like some fucking hell.
See what I mean about the camera? It takes a while to learn how to drive.
Yeah, you got some balls, man, to drive it.
It's got a limited slip on the front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Just on quite a country road, it's doing this. So you don't realise how much a limited slip diff works on your road car. Like a non-limited slip diff, so that you turn that wheel a bit more than that one. So.
Guys, flat foot, like, yeah, I couldn't even give it the same lane.
One track is just straight, it goes straight.
Yeah, I'm a bit stretched out as well. But yeah, I went out in a Focus ST with, I think it was about 640 horsepower running NOS.
Yeah.
And mate, the torque steer, I've still never experienced anything like it. It was like someone was sitting
I bet.
on one side of the steering
crazy.
wheel. Yeah.
That's silly, that's like double this.
Mate, it was like painful.
Yeah, you can't even drive it, there's no fun.
Man. Yeah, that is a fight, man. Oh my god, my driving position is nuts. Wow, it feels nice, man.
Yeah.
Build power up the top,
Power, lovely,
yeah.
Just imagine on track, it's lovely, it's very talky, it's got similar torque, it's not like, I think it's around the 310, 320 torque in it, so there's a lot of torque.
Too much for the road, man.
Yeah, it's not fun, it's good laugh, but it's not something you drive very often on the road.
Bloody hell, man.
You're getting better.
Oh, love the sound of that.
Forget how fast it feels in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
when you're not driving, it feels so fast.
Yeah, definitely an experience I've not had in a car, 100%. I mean, the closest was a Civic that I went out in. That felt like a touring car. I suppose because of this gearbox setup and I'm not even the correct driving decision, but yeah, what a beast. Yeah, thanks for coming down. And anybody you want to plug?
If you're into motorsport, go follow Kingsbury Motorsport. My brother's always after sponsorship. He has no sponsorship, costs him a fortune to race every year. He's good. Cam Auto Developments, they help me out massively for it. It's a good friend's company. They sell all Goodrich brake hoses at good cost, good prices. That's it really. Thank my dad and my brother for building it.
Alright guys, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.